Filipino Americans finally have a movie here in Hollywood. Hi, I'm Trace.
And I'm Leo, and today we are reacting to Jo Koy's new movie trailer, Easter Sunday.
Blind reaction. Let's check it out.
Oh, Santo Niño. Spoon fork.
Mom, I'm really busy. I just tested for this pilot.
You're going to be a pilot?
A network pilot for like a TV show.
Ah, you're playing a pilot on the TV show.
No,
We've
I'm
all
a
had
lawyer.
these conversations.
You could have been a lawyer if you only applied yourself.
And that
Little father and son road trip. It's gonna be fun. Easter Sunday is like the Filipino Super Bowl.
one. Sure. It's a good way to put it. I never thought of it that way.
Welcome home,
Eugene.
bro. See you tonight, okay?
I just got here.
You got to follow your dream and become a beer spokesman.
That wasn't my dream.
Let's get the party started, baby!
And I got to follow mom's dream and become a nurse.
Yep. There it is. Classic.
Joe?
Vanessa.
I had
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish.
Joe
I did not know
Valencia.
Tiffany
You
Haddish
still
was in
driving
this.
that same raggedy ass car? What happened? You just gave up, huh? And this your dad? You know, me and him used to be real intimate back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have been your mama. But clearly I'm not.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen this many Filipinos in the same place before.
We're sending gifts to our family in the Philippines. I'm
Yep,
sending
follow
this
my inbox.
Yeah, I love
brand
that they
new
include
hairdryer. If it makes your hair look like that, I wouldn't send it. How dare you? How dare you?
Petty jokes.
both in the box and ship it.
My mom.
This
is
branding
at
looks
war
like
with my
Crazy
Tita
Rich Asians.
Teresa, and they don't even know why. Did you really have to wear the same dress as my mom?
So Jo Koy's just like playing himself in this movie.
I think he always does
Yeah.
in all of his things.
Family is a mess.
We're counting on you to fix it.
Bye!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all we got. So let's get the party started, baby.
Is that a magic mic?
I got a feeling. Moments like these are few and far between. Let's enjoy it. Everyone buckle up.
Action. Comedy, action. Got it all.
You're not late for dinner.
But we love a lot too.
Your cousin Eugene owes me a lot of money.
Golden State.
Can you lend it to me?
No!
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Bay Area.
Lux is legit crazy. I once saw
Neo
him shoot
Yang.
somebody in the dick.
This is stacked.
Right in the actual hole. In the hole!
Oh, karaoke.
Where is my money?
Here are my ATM cards. My PIN number is 1217. Oh, also is mine. No, ours,
Mine too. Mine too. Yeah.
Why do you all have the same PIN number?
It's Manny Pacquiao's birthday.
Oh.
Right. The guy who couldn't beat Mayweather.
No!
Everyone's figured.
Vanessa, can we go get coffee?
You can go ahead and email me. Pretty much the same. Just take the AOL off.
That bitch Nessa
At
dailycity.gov. Got it.
Even like the first 3 seconds. Of
Literally
it,
the
you
first
talk
3
about
seconds.
how, like in like Facebook videos and YouTube videos in our podcast. You always talk about like the first 2 seconds are so important. Like they did that. In the
Yeah,
trailer.
it's like you literally have like pretty sure that's a Santo Niño, and
Yeah.
it's like right off the bat the Filipinos like okay
The fork
there
and
it
spoon,
is.
yeah,
It-
like,
and the fork
that
and
looks
spoon,
familiar.
the giant one.
It's smart in the way that they signal to Filipinos, and like you've got your typical balikbayan box joke, you've got your nurse jokes, you've got your
A lot of church jokes.
Yeah, your church jokes, Manny Pacquiao, but also like the relatable things that are like you can take and make it specific to your experience.
What he's saying about Easter Sunday, because I also grew up in a place where there was a lot of Filipinos. Everyone was at church. Like we all had to like dress up for Easter Sunday. So like, because it's one of the holy days of obligation. So like if
Yeah.
you don't go to church that day, like yikes.
Ew.
Yikes in the eyes of God.
cut out my thing. I didn't do Easter.
No, but like that literally, like they're putting out an experience that is like super true. And I really love how they say like, Easter Sunday is like Super Bowl Sunday for Filipinos,
yeah.
because like, it very much so was. And like, I guess for us, when like we're the next generation of Filipinos, maybe we don't have the same insight, but like for our moms and like the titas, it is that serious.
Yeah.
Like it's literally that serious. And I think, you know, that really is a crowd that's going to see themselves and be so shocked.
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense.
this is the first movie that centers on a Filipino American family that's developed by a major studio.
Wow.
Because it's Universal Pictures.
Well, there was the debut before, right?
But that's an independent movie.
Yeah.
So this is the first one by a major studio. I know we had Yellow Rose, but that was picked up by Sony afterwards.
The star of Yellow Rose is also in this movie.
I think the cool part is like, we also saw so many faces that we recognize that are Filipino.
Yeah.
And then you see a lot of other people that we recognize and we're like,
Yeah.
wait, you're in this movie with Filipinos like talking about Filipino culture?
Yeah. That's partially why I think this is gonna be like Crazy Rich Asians Part 2.
Yes.
Is that there are so many of like popular Asian voices.
No, but you don't even have to say it's like Crazy Rich Asians Part 2. Like, this is Easter Sunday. Like, this is the first, this is the first time we see Filipinos.
Well, when I say Crazy Rich Asians Part 2, I mean that I hope that it has the same sort of like
Impact.
cultural,
Yes,
like
yes,
bring
yes,
out in
yes,
the cultural, like people supported the same way that they were supported Crazy Rich
Yes.
Asians, because people supported Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
I remember when that movie came out, me and my friend Farina, we bought 20 movie tickets, I think, and we like gave them out to Asian Americans to go
Yes.
watch this movie.
Oh,
And
see,
so,
there you
like,
go.
I'm down to do that again for Easter
No, and
Sunday.
I think that's the part that's so important. It's because, like, for us to continue seeing these stories, like, this is just the first. Like,
Yeah.
it's so crucial that we really show August 5th.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's like first the trailer, like, let's blow the shit up.
Yeah.
And then August 5th, like, really showing the impacts that Filipinos have within the market, but also that our stories are incredibly relatable to everyone else. I was on set for Joseph, and at the end of when we wrapped the last episode, you know, Jo Koy was sharing with the whole cast and crew, and he was like crying because he was saying like, this means so much to me because years ago people said no one will understand these jokes.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to get it. And so I think it's so cool to see a trailer that's centered on a Filipino American family, but you don't need to be Filipino to understand why it's funny. And you know, if you're Filipino, it's an added bonus, but it's not necessary. And I think at the end of the day, like, it's an American family story, and you see like the Bay, you see like, you know, the Golden Gate Bridge, and you see like, you even notice like the Warriors shirt.
Yeah.
There's so many things that make this super American, and I don't think we see enough stories that are American outside of what people perceive to be just
Yeah.
American.
That Tiffany Haddish thing with the at dailycity.gov like is funny because like the joke there is that Tiffany Haddish is playing a person that never left her hometown, and like
Yes,
she changed
yeah.
at AOL.com to at dailycity.gov, which is just generally funny that like everyone, no matter what race you are, will laugh at the people that like still have their AIM screen name from high school, right?
Yes,
like that's just
yes,
generally
yes,
funny.
yes, yes.
There's that extra level of funny because it's like Daily City, and only Filipinos are gonna know that
Yes,
is
yes,
Filipino
yes.
town. You know, like people are gonna know that, but like you don't have to know that to laugh at that Tiffany Haddish joke.
Yes. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to know that like Jo Koy is doing this beyond just movies, that he has this TV show that they just filmed the pilot for, Joseph, that you got to be a part of.
I mean, I'm just like a background
Yeah.
answer. Wait, didn't you also audition for this one too?
I did. I've auditioned to be Jo Koy's son 2 times.
Look, Jo
It's
Koy,
fine.
let him be your son.
Yeah.
He's also half Filipino, half white.
Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time I auditioned to be Jo Koy's son, I
He
would
can make
have-
a movie
I would
about
have a dime.
Filipinos.
I have a dime, but that's crazy, right? Like that's insane that I have 10 cents.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess like taking a perspective back, like the fact that you can audition for like technically your own ethnicity
Yeah.
is super cool. And like when I was working on Joseph as a background dancer, like I got in there because I can do the toro toro. Like I can do a line dance.
Yeah.
That's Filipino.
That's so
like,
funny.
Imagine a world where our culture is wanted. Like I got this because I'm Filipino. And I think it's so cool because like you see all those little nuances in the trailer, and it's like the only way to do that right is to have a Filipino doing
yeah,
that.
that
Like
makes
I wouldn't
sense.
be surprised that there was, you know, like there was so much Filipino input into the production design. You know, even I don't know if like the reason why they use Black Eyed Peas.
Oh,
but,
Apple
like,
Diab, 100%. It would not be surprising to me if Jo Koy texted Apple Diab, be like, "Hey, can I put your song in my trailer?" Because I think that's like, it kind of showcases like the importance of like the community all elevating each other. Because there's no way that Jo Koy didn't just text Apple Diab, and I know this because Philharmonic actually sang that song with Apple Diab and Jo Koy at the White House.
Oh my
actually.
gosh! So they,
Of all places. So.
oh, so then there's probably a connection there.
Oh, 100%. Like they knew each other before then, so I'm sure like it would not shock me one bit if Jo Koy was like, "Hey, let's get this song. I know a guy.
Okay.
His name's Apple Diab."
Yeah.
So.
So we're both Filipino. If you were a non-Filipino watching this, what do you think your takeaway would be after watching this trailer?
A non-Filipino?
Like someone who doesn't understand the cultural nuance, like would it still hit?
I think it would. I think it's interesting because a lot of the jokes are still funny without like the cultural background. Like, you know, like the two titas like being passive aggressive to each other is still funny.
Yes.
I think it's funnier to Filipinos who have literally seen that before,
Yeah.
you know, and I think there's still humor and there's still something interesting that's untapped about, you know, these sort of cultural things that we see all the time that haven't gotten on like a big stage, that haven't gotten a big audience before. And so I think this will kind of have mass appeal to Filipinos, to Asian Americans that you know get to see something a little bit closer to what they understand, and then you know people that are not Asian at all, you know, like the mass American audience would still laugh at you know Tiffany Haddish jokes. They'll laugh at like the Manny Pacquiao thing, and so I think it just opens up the idea that different cultures have things that everyone can relate to, and we just need to give different cultures like a platform because on like a bigger scale, everyone can relate to different ones.
Steven Spielberg had a lot to do with this because
With this movie?
With this movie because it's his production company that's one of the ones working on it, Amblin, and you know I didn't realize way back when obviously Hook was a Steven Spielberg movie. So Steven Spielberg chose Dante Bosco for Hook, and a lot of Filipinos coming up in the entertainment industry talk about, you know, seeing Dante Bosco. That was the first time they saw Filipinos. And so to come full circle now, Steven Spielberg really backing this because he watched one of Jo Koy's Netflix series or one of his 1 hour specials, and he was like, I really like the dynamic that you mentioned between you and your mom. Can we make this a movie? So it's like Steven Spielberg puts Filipinos on the map. I had no idea how impactful that is because he's the one behind like this. And like he was the one for Hook and Dante Bosco. So it was just like a small moment. I was like, okay, that's super cool. And I think like for us to continue to see representation and visibility, it requires people both who are Filipino, like Jo Koy, who are really like trailblazing, but also people within the industry that have access to really say, yes, the story matters. So that was super cool for me to read. All right, thank you so much for watching our reaction to the trailer for Jo Koy's Easter Sunday. Thank you so much to Jeremiah Abraham and Tremendous Communications, you know, for helping us put together this video. They are doing some amazing work in supporting and really amplifying trailblazers within entertainment, both for Filipinos and Asian Americans. So check them out and all the work that they do.
You can check out the Easter Sunday trailer on the One Down Facebook page. It's also on Universal Pictures socials. Definitely make sure to check it out and support the film when it comes out on August 5th.
Yep, make sure you buy at least 20 tickets per person.
Hand them out to all of your Asian American friends.
Yeah, it's super important. And if you like our banter and our reactions, check out our podcast, The Chismis Cancelled.
You can watch us on Spotify, or you can listen wherever you get your podcasts. And we also stream on Kumu every Monday evening. So until next time, see ya.
Bye-bye.